Jinn in general, he mentioned how they was created, that they was created out of smokeless fire, and they was a creation from Allah. And you know, a person that was doing the exorcism, you know, Matthew holding on to the guy's chest, and the Jinn was replying back, and he was telling the Jinn, get out of there. Well, I say, man, I never got the chance to talk to my father about Deen, or my brother about Deen, or my other brother about Deen. And these people, you know, my father, when he died, he ended up being a born-again Christian.
How was you feeling? Like, what was your mental during that time period? Losing your father, your brothers?
Well, I think I could have got to the league, man, even at my height, because I'm very competitive. Islam is on a whole nother level.
No.
That's why you can see a Christian drinking beer and nobody say nothing, and then you see a Muslim drinking a beer and everybody saying a stop.
Oh, what? Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to another episode of Worldly Life Podcast. I'm your host, King Faisal, of course. And then I got my boy, brother Islaam, brother Abu Alwan.
Allah Akbar.
Mashallah, tabarakallah. Thanks for coming, man. I was drive out here.
Much love. The drive was cool. I went 30. My young boy did it. He was all asleep.
One day he seemed mad tired when he came in.
Yeah.
Mashallah. Anyways, Jazakallah Haidan for pulling up. I know you're a very busy person.
Jazakallah.
You didn't have to come, but you still came. So may Allah bless and reward you for that. And for that, I owe you some lamb chops.
Oh, yeah.
Bismillah.
Yeah.
Ask Mufti about that.
Oh, yeah.
He'll tell you that joint is the real deal right there.
Yeah.
For sure. All right, yo, bro. So, alhamdulillah, the first video we did, alhamdulillah, I got a lot of positive feedback. And there's a lot of follow-up questions people wanted me to ask you while we do our episode. One of them was, you said that the Jinn attracted you, made you draw to start practicing Islam. When you heard a khutbah about the Jinn.
Yes.
People want to know in detail, what about the Jinn story there?
Well, so, I mean, clearly, the Jinn in general, he mentioned how they was created. That they was created out of smokeless fire, and they was a creation from Allah, and they had the same things that men had, which was free will. There was Muslim jinns, there was non-Muslim jinns, there was Christian jinns, and the fact that the jinn were spread throughout the earth just like the humans before the humans got here. So he spoke even on the fact of when the angel said, Ya Allah, you're gonna make a people that will cause bloodshed. When he spoke about the humans, right? And, you know, people was wondering how did they know that because of the Jinn was already here doing that same thing. They was causing bloodshed and mischief. So when I heard about the Jinn, automatically as a Christian, I already believed in ghosts, right? Or the Holy Spirit, or whatever you want to call it. So in my book, that's what kind of brought me to the Deen, just hearing that about the Jinn, and that everybody has a Jinn, and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam's Jinn had accepted Islam, so he only commands them with good. So it resonated with me that, wow, this religion, it really makes sense. So that was one of the key points, and that was over 20 years ago.
SubhanAllah.
Yeah.
20 years now. Alhamdulillah, still strong on the Deen.
Yo, may Allah make us stronger.
Yo, it's funny that you mentioned that, because we all had our fair share of Jinn experience and Jinn stories. Have you ever had an experience personally?
No personal experience with the Jinn, but certain things, you in the house, you hear this, you see a shadow, there's nobody else in the crib. This is young boy status. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, what was that? You know what I'm saying?
No.
So, yeah, in that regard, but as far as, watching an exorcism in person, no. But meeting people who I believe was possessed, be last check, right? Because they say, huwa majnoon. A person is crazy. He is crazy. That literally means he's possessed by a jinn. So I've ran into situations, especially in prison, where we believe that the person was actually possessed, and hearing different stories about possession. And even when I was upstate New York, we had VHS tapes, which was one of the beauties. So we had Saraj Wahaj when he was giving it up nasty. You know what I'm saying? Dawood Adib, Abu Osama. We had these people. So
we know all of them.
Yeah. So Abu Osama, I mean, Dawood Adib at the time had this video with Abdul Hakim Quick.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with him?
I know him.
He's a historian.
No.
And Dawood Adib was like this at the time, very young, and he was talking about different stories in jinn exorcism. And, you know, a person that was doing the exorcism, you know, Mafi holding on to the guy's chest, and the jinn was replying back. And he was telling the jinn, get out of there, get out of there. And the jinn, you know, was like, no, I'm in love with this person. And yeah, it's deep. So I definitely believe we know without a doubt. But encounters, no. Okay. Not, yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so we're going to shift away from a little bit about the jinn or whatever. Now, all right, in our last episode, you spoke about how all your family members was gang members and everything like that.
Yeah.
There's few things I didn't touch watching it back. I'm like, oh, snap, I should have asked you and everything. So you lost a family member. You lost a brother.
Yeah, that was a deep story. I had put that whole video up on my YouTube. So when I say gang member, I don't literally mean like Bloods or Crips, but my family.
Yeah, I was in the streets.
Yeah, they was gangsters. My pops, gunman. My cousins, gunman. Everybody in the family, when it comes to the men, they were built and bred on busting a dude down like a Lucy, like killing, shooting. And we talking about every last one of them. You know what I'm saying? Except for I got a couple of brothers on my mother's side, father's side, that's gay. But even them, I done seen them put in some pain. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so, you know, my pops obviously had a big name in Jamaica. Mm-hmm. They wrote a book on him and his brother. So, you know, they was doing a lot of the killing. And, you know, obviously when he died, my brothers and my cousins went down there and they retaliated against the people that killed my father.
No.
And then eventually my brother was up here slinging drugs, mainly weed, got caught with 50 pounds of marijuana trafficking, bailed out. He was going to eventually beat the case, and Allah knows best. Then he ended up coming from Florida, where he was living at the time, Orlando, and then went to Flatbush, his old neighborhood. And one of his young friends, I mean, they was friends since, you know, AA High ran up on him about some money and pennies. And my brother was making money at this time. You know what I'm saying? And my brother like, yo, dude, like, what's up with you? Like, that ain't about nothing like that. And he pulled a gun on my brother like, yo, look how you could have just died. But my brother was strapped. He didn't know. So the dude, after he backed my brother down and didn't shoot, he went into the car. And then my brother pulled out, got up on him, no freaky, and shot through the windshield, ended up shooting him in the face. However, he was in the car with a bunch of other guys. They had coke in the car and obviously the gun and stuff. So when the police came, they locked him up. And that person told on my brother. So when he told on my brother ended up going on a run, getting caught in Florida. He ended up having to do 2 years for the 50 pounds of marijuana trafficking in Florida. Then he got extradited from there to Rikers Island. But what happened was he was exposed to tuberculosis, right? They thought, but it was just in his skin, and they was giving him pills, and then those pills ended up killing him.
Oh, subhanAllah.
Yeah, those pills ended up killing him, so he died basically incarcerated on Rikers Island, you know. And then my other brother, after they retaliated for killing my father down in Jamaica, he didn't want to come back. The people came, killed him. So yeah, we done lost.
How old was you?
Yeah, my father was gunned down and my other brother was gunned down, and then my other brother died in that Rikers Island situation. So yeah.
How old was you during this?
I was young, 15, 16. My brother died when he was 23. That was over like 20 years ago as well.
No.
Yeah, so he would have been in his 40s. Now I'm 39. He would have been about 44, 45, you know what I'm saying? And he was doing big things. He was doing big things when it comes to the dunya, and, you know, and never accepted Islam, didn't know about Islam. I didn't know about Islam. And that's one of the things where I say, man, I never got the chance to talk to my father about Deen, or my brother about Deen, or my other brother about Deen. And these people, you know, my father, when he died, he ended up being a born-again Christian. Buried the guns. Mm-hmm. I'm not killing nobody no more. And, you know, it came.
Things caught up.
Yeah, things caught up because he tried to be a hero, and it didn't work out.
No, mashallah. So how was you feeling? Like, what was your mental during that time period? Losing your father, your brothers.
When I lost my brother,
did it hit you at all?
It hit me, but I was so young. You know, when I hear about somebody dying, even till now, it's like rahimahullah or inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un, right? But when I see it, I have to like. I'm one of those people. If I go to a janaza and funeral, that's when it really affects me. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
And that's what happened with my father and my brother. And then my other brother that died in Jamaica, I wasn't able to see him. So yeah, it affected me at that time. But I still didn't understand the ramifications of the streets. So it still was enticing. Because I didn't really understand that my father was out there like that.
No.
I was young. I didn't know my brother was out there like that. All of these stories I find out after.
No. So they was hiding it from you. They was trying to.
Yeah, basically, I wasn't in the mix.
Okay, that's what's up.
You know, everybody else knew but me.
And, yo, I want to ask you, you got popped before?
Yeah. So I got shot.
How many times?
Once.
Where?
So I got shot in my chest. It came right here out my back. I believe it was a 38. 38 caliber. Revolver. Yeah. At a club. I thought I was gonna die, but you know, I pulled through. I ran like 2 blocks after I got shot. I did that whole video on YouTube as well. And yeah, it was devastating getting shot, but it made me more into the streets because now I'm like, you know what I mean? I ain't getting shot again.
You was on point now.
Yeah, I ain't getting shot again. And I had got shot by some Bloods at the time, but it wasn't like I was Crip or anything. It just happened to be the dudes that was beefing with us, and I wasn't beefing with them. I got shot because of some next dudes that I was with. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even my beef.
So they was just busting out the club and you just got caught?
Nah, I was with some dudes. They violated them dudes. And then one dude that knew both parties was trying to like, yo, chill, y'all better not do nothing. Don't pull out no guns. And they was like, dude, back up, hit him first.
Yeah.
And I ends up running towards the gunshots because a dude was coming at me with a club. I don't know, you guys might be a little young if y'all watching this. We had these clubs that used to put on a car. I don't know if you remember those. That quick. So it turned the steering wheel. He was coming at me like that. So when the shots let off, I hit this way and I ran right into the gunfire, and the dude turned the hammer on me. He hit me, and you know, I ended up being in the hospital for like a week. Yeah, that's how I ended up mastering my left hand on the basketball court. You know, being able to finger roll and everything like that because I couldn't use my right like that. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, that was an experience. I was outside 4 a.m. and I had a 6 p.m. curfew because I was on 5 years probation.
Subhanallah.
Yeah, that was
how old was you?
16, 17 at the time. Flatbush, yeah.
So you from Brooklyn?
BK.
So now that they gentrified Brooklyn, so now y'all don't know how to act now, right?
Well, yeah, bro. Yo, listen, I'm happy because, you know, that's why I don't go to the boogie down Bronx.
Nah, because Bronx is where it's at, man.
Yeah, because you might get shot in the Bronx. I want to go where the white folks is at, where they got bike lanes.
That's why we keep the thing by us, man.
But guess what? I can't do it legally, so.
Oh yeah, you can't carry because.
Yes, and last time I heard it takes about 6, 7 to 10 years to get a concealed carry in New York.
Okay, you about 7 years in, right?
No, I'm talking about for the person with no felony.
That's true, man. So how it feels being naked? Like,
yo, bro. Alhamdulillah for Islam was sunnah. So I don't have a fear in the world. Everything that I did that was haram, that was bad, you know, I left it behind me. And, you know, people see me now, they respect me. People that I've done stuff to, even, you know, haven't, you know, respect me to a point where they just like, yo, we happy that you switched up. You know, alhamdulillah, because I was terrorizing, and I wasn't the biggest, wasn't the baddest, but I just wasn't afraid. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And that's what Islam do to you. Like, for example, if I didn't know you, I would have never knew you went through what you went through.
Oh yeah,
and everything like that. You seem humble, alhamdulillah. Islam humbles you. Very cool person to be around and everything. So, may Allah bless and keep you firm on that.
I mean,
that's
yeah.
the beauty of Islam. So if y'all watching, take y'all shahada.
Yes.
Truth.
Yes.
No if and buts on me.
Accept Islam and you'll be safe.
Nah. You played a little sports. I saw you said you was good at basketball.
Yeah.
You think you could have actually
I think I could have got to the league, man, even at my height, because I'm very competitive. And whatever I do 100%. And it's not me saying that, because usually people have to tell me. Like now, like they be like, yo, you doing it. You going mad hard. Yo, how do you stay consistent? No freaky, like, how do you do this? And I be like, just do it. Like, you know, one time I was working, I remember one time I maxed out 103 hours in 1 week. Even though it was a desk job, I was constantly picking up the phone, you know, DNA and drug testing. And I was telling my boy Alameen, I'm like, yeah, man. Yeah. I was like, yo, bro, that joint light. He like, bro, not everybody could do that.
That's crazy.
Nobody's doing it. And I was like, so I couldn't really understand it. So I had an addictive personality as a youth. So just to get to the level of calisthenics that I'm at, you know, and I'm not the best, but I'm consistent and I have passion for it. So it's the same thing when it came to guns and drugs in the streets. And it's the same thing in calisthenics. It's the same thing when I first accepted Islam and I was seeking ilm, like on a everyday basis. Because somebody just asked me in the park, he was like, yo, how you do time management? I said, there's no such thing. I said, if you want to be good at something, you're going to have to dedicate all your time. I said, at one time I had a lot of dedication towards memorizing, studying the religion. I said, and that's how I was able to grasp what I grasped. And now I'm in a field where I have to spend more dedication on this craft to build in order to be able to get back to being able to study all day. Because when I was able to study all day, you didn't have a care in the world. You got to remember, if you get accepted to Medina, if you want to study day in and day out, if you want to master something, how you going to do it without money?
No.
You know what I'm saying? So now I got to figure out, man, I really want to go back and study. All right, let me turn Rip Right into a machine where it's going to work by itself. And then I'm going to go to Saudi or I'll go to Turkey. I'm going to go here. And then I could dedicate more of my time to Islam. So certain times in your life, you might master this for or sometimes, but it's no balance of you trying to be really good at something. It's no such thing.
Talking about hard work and dedication, I could testify to that. I could hit this dude up at like 1 o'clock in the morning. He's up.
Yeah.
Anytime. And then I'll see you post. You look like you in this location, but then in another post, you look like you in another location.
Yeah,
I'm like, well, how you all over the globe doing all of that? Nope. You don't seem like you sleep, fool.
Yeah.
I gotta calm down. Y'all be working.
Yeah,
for real.
We be working.
Always on the move, son.
Yeah, you know, they say tahajjud is not even tahajjud unless you go to sleep. Bro, I might have ain't been making tahajjud, bro.
Just don't count.
Don't count, my boy, because you just up. You know, sometimes no freaky, and that's how it be. Especially when you want to get a specific video out, you know, you gotta work, man. This thing is not light. This is definitely hard work and dedication.
Where did you get that cell to work from? You said you was doing it from, but where did it come from?
I'm trying to figure it out. I think it might have been my father. Even my mother. My mother worked and retired, but my pops was a go-getter. You know, when I look at it now, he had his own store. He never really had no 9-to-5s, and you know, he always had bread. So like, I think it's from him as well. Him and my mother gave me that addictive personality, and we, even my older brother that's still alive, he's like two jobs and, you know, and things like that. My sister as well, like, so I think it's definitely a little bit hereditary because, you know, yeah, it gotta get it. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts. So your family members that you just mentioned right now, have you ever came across giving them dawah and your family?
So me and my sister and my brother, we spoke a little bit on it before. My brother don't really buy the whole Jesus is white thing and, you know, and stuff like that. So my mom, I can't talk to her. If I mention Islam, she ain't gonna cuss me. That's just how she is. From your boy, yeah, wear skirt and frock. Like she just gonna go off. Like, so, but she know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? When it's time, if you go in the crib, our crib at 12 p.m., even if she worked late or whatever, she was retired now or just stayed up all night, she'll get up out the bed at 12 to pray, and she's going to kneel down and she's going to put something on her head.
No.
and she's gonna have the Bible open, and she's gonna be praying for mad long, that just one prayer. And so, you know, when you look at it, like my family, my father, they're religious in some sort,
in a sense,
but Islam is on a whole nother level.
No,
that's why you can see a Christian drinking beer and nobody say nothing, and then you see a Muslim drinking a beer and everybody saying a stop.
Oh, what? Oh,
because they know we held on a different standard.
No, that's facts.
Yeah.
Now I want to address the haters, the keyboard warriors. I noticed that on a lot of your videos, we see a lot of the same people just pretty much trolling you. Muslims too.
Muslims, yeah.
They're like, yo, stop working out. Go study the side. Go learn Akida. This and that. They saying all a bunch of things like, wow, why they hate you so much for? Hate us. Put it like that.
Bro, Allahu a'lam wa ala. Because I'm going to tell you, this is not just in Islam. It's not in just, I was talking to Abu Osama about that.
Yeah.
Imam al-Bukhari, rahimahullahu ta'ala, he had somebody that the scholars, that was a major scholar at the time.
No.
And we mentioned that last time,
yes,
right?
Yes.
Yeah,
not on camera though, right?
Allahu a'lam.
It wasn't on camera.
Muhammad Yahya al-Dhuhli.
Yes.
If I said the sheikh name correct, rahimahullah ta'ala. And he caused a big fitna with Imam al-Bukhari at the time, and a lot of the scholars of today in past read the story on it, and they believe that he was jealous of him. So jealousy and envy and evil eye and competitiveness is in every single thing, and its levels.
Especially knowledge.
Yes, knowledge, the scholar versus this scholar, and they have to protect themselves and constantly reevaluate their iman and you know, and their sincerity, because you end up like, yo, you know, I had a boy, Kafa, he's like, yo, one time so-and-so did this, and you know, it was good, and I was supposed to congratulate him, but I felt some type of way. And he was like, yo, I got that, like, as soon as I felt that, he was like, yo, I'm like, yo, you bugging. You know what I'm saying? You have to tell yourself like, yo, I'm bugging out.
Yeah, control.
You know what I'm saying? So it happens with everyone. You might see a dude, he got a new car, and then boom, or something come over you, and you feel like, no, you gotta eradicate that, no matter what it is. And some people don't know how to go against that. You know what I'm saying? Especially, it's even more difficult when you don't got nothing going on. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't got a car, you don't got a job, you don't got a wife, you don't got this, and then somebody else is just constantly being given these barakat, and you just watching from the sideline, you know what I'm saying? Naturally, the shaytan is gonna come through and be like, look at him. He think he all of that. He think he better than you. And that's a big, that's what's going on.
Yeah, that's, oh, why you flashing money or this and that?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? That's not from the...
Yeah, they don't understand marketing. They, you know.
But in the first video, you said something like the Salafi Dawah has split. But when I posted the clip, there were many people from Salafi publications and different groups saying, nah, you bugging. I ain't split. Like, what are you trying to say? What's in your heart? Oh, you sound like a Christian right now. But coming at us for no reason. Just for you saying that statement. And then many people said that you said, what was the person's name? Ibn al-Qayyim al-Jawziyah rahimahullah?
Yes.
You said he didn't believe something. And they was like, what's your evidence for that?
What's my evidence?
Yeah.
It's in the books of history. Sheikh al-Albani rahimahullah ta'ala and Uthaymeen refuted Ibn al-Qayyim al-Jawziyah on this point. Ibn al-Qayyim al-Jawziyah, one of the biggest scholars, right?
For sure.
That we know, has mentioned that the hellfire will end. Will end. And Uthaymeen rahimahullah, one of his proofs that Ibn al-Qayyim was incorrect was that Allah mentions the people of the hellfire will stay there, what? Abadan, forever. He said, so if a person is going to stay in a place forever, doesn't it make sense that that place is also forever?
Yes.
And Ibn al-Qayyim said the hellfire will end. This was a major mistake, and he never retracted the statement, and he died upon that. But yet still, we accept Ibn al-Qayyim al-Jawziyah as one of the biggest scholars upon Salafiyah. So now, because he made a mistake, we're gonna say no, he's not on the dawah. No, but I used him as an example of why then today a person like, let's say Mufti, or a person like Muhammad ibn Hadi, Hafidhullah, or a person like Sheikh Rabia, or a person like Yahya al-Hajuri, they might make a mistake and one side and say, no, this person is not upon Salafiyah, and yet Ibn al-Qayyim al-Jawziyah, we all agree was upon Salafiyah, but he died with a different aqidah that according to the Salaf.
No, that's according to the Salaf for sure.
So the thing is, we don't mention that to bash Ibn al-Qayyim.
No.
And what about Sheikh Imam al-Nawawi rahimahullah ta'ala?
No. Oh yeah.
Asma wa Sifat, dealing with the attributes and the names and attributes of Allah. They say Sheikh is what? Ash'ari. But yet still what we take his books.
For sure.
Benefit. The 40 ahadith of Imam Nawawi, and we take it to what? Like it's no other book when it comes to 40 hadith, right? So the thing is, man, we got to stop picking and choosing. If you're going to tell me Abu Osama is not Salafi, you're going to tell me, Mufti is not Salafi, you're going to tell me Sheikh Rabi is not Salafi, you're going to tell me Sheikh Yahya al-Hajuri is not Salafi, and each of them is going to call each other not Salafi, that's on y'all. That's showing me that the dawah has split. Because I know that all of them is upon the correct aqidah. They just have difference of opinions on certain things. And it's permissible. Mas'ala ijtihadiyya. Can I put my hands here after rafa yadayn? You know, after I raise my hands coming out of ruku, or do I put my hands to my side? It's a lot of small issues, and these people are different. And this is why I say the dawah has split, because they're different on issues that don't have nothing to do with aqidah. It's really be personal, a lot of it.
Yes, it's definitely personal.
So don't tell me the dawah hasn't split. And the reason why I don't mean the dawah itself, Salafiyah.
Yeah, that's what the mistake.
I'm meaning the people upon the dawah, they have split, man. Bila shek. You can't tell me no different. You can't tell me today Muhammad ibn Hadi is with Sheikh Rabia, and then tomorrow Muhammad ibn Hadi is a dal mudil, he's a deviant, he's a street. Just like that. It happens, yes, but the way it happens so many times, you already know that these issues has become personal. And it's not me to say who's right, who's wrong. I don't care. As long as I die upon the correct aqidah, right? And eventually the people come together, or if they don't come together, I can't do anything about it. And I'm not saying I don't care in a sense, but what I'm saying is I got bigger fish to fry, man. Mufti said in the khutbah, you got to concern yourself with your own sins. And I got so many, I'm not worried about what this scholar said about this scholar. Unless this person is Shia, I'm staying away from this. This person is forestry, I'm going to stay away from him. But you can't tell me that these particular scholars that's having issues, this one is a stray and this one is a stray. I'm not going for it.
Focus on yourself. Stop worrying about other people's problems. Being tough online. Sending, because a lot of the times, none of this stuff that they've seen in the comments will say to your face.
Oh, yeah.
We everywhere.
Yo, bro, I put up link ups, and what I'm going to say is, bro, if you pull up on me, I ain't going to punch you in the mouth, but I'm not going to allow you to punch me in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? Let's just keep it cordial. Man, we Muslim. We trying to give the dawah, and we trying to call to Islam, right? Same thing, one and the same. We got kids, man. Y'all people, online, you talking about this, and your daughter's with a kuffar. She get hit in the staircase because you was too busy online instead of you go and get some money to put her in an Islamic school. You know what I'm saying? Now she's suffering in a non-Islamic school because you're wasting all your time doing something else. I mean, so this is the reality of it. We having daughters, we having sons that's going astray, and you worried about what Faisal is doing, what I'm doing, this dawah, that dawah, and I'm not trying to say it crazy, but this is happening. We're losing our youth to the kuffar.
That's for sure.
We got bigger fish to fry, man.
No, that's facts. Definitely. Yo, any last closing statements?
Man, like fear Allah as much as you can, man, and just focus on self-preservation. If everybody was concerned with themselves, then nobody would have to be concerned with anybody. Does that make sense?
Perfect sense.
Play it.
Hey, Jazakumullah khairan. Thanks for coming once again. Inshallah, we had to cut it short.
Yeah,
was a busy man. He's on the run and everything. Bless her, reward you.
I mean, right.
We gotta finish a full episode because it's not to unravel in a couple.
We got some more going. Yeah, I'll be back August, I believe.
Bismillah. Whenever you free, Bismillah.
Jazakallah.
We're gonna end it off here. Don't your funny up, get your Gina.
Yes, sir.